What is up? It's Jan, back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Today I'm doing the book annotating tag, or is it the annotating book tag? I don't know, but it's created by Jessie, my bestie Jessie from Bow Ties and Books. I don't know why I'm so up close right now. Hold on, Okay, so if you don't know, Jessie and I are besties. If you haven't seen them on my Instagram or my videos by now, well, I have yet to edit and upload our vlog together when I visited them last weekend, but I think this one's gonna go up first. But anyway, y'all know who they are. They are huge here on BookTube, so get on that and hit that subscribe button, yeah? Okay. They came up with this annotating book tag. I think it was during Sapphicathon last month that they created it, and they like read me the questions and we like brainstormed a little bit more together. We were just like super shook that no one's ever created this yet. I'm so proud of them for coming up with this. Like, we love innovation, and I am just running late on this. Why is it August 6th and I'm just now doing this? One more thing. If you see this outfit again, it's because I just got back from visiting my friend Hannah from Hannah's Recent Reads, meeting up with her for the first time in Wisconsin, and I just got back and I've been in the best mood that I've been in all week. If y'all don't know, I've been going through it this week, and I probably still will be going through it, but I decided to take advantage of the energy and the good mood that I do have thanks to Hannah today and everyone who's been messaging me all these kind words and love and support and everything. So I just feel super grateful and my heart is super full, so I decided to finally film something. But anyway, so this is obviously about annotating books, and there are 14 questions. Here we go. Number 1 is, do you mark your annotations with page flags? Yes. Is that all? Just a yes or no? Yeah, sometimes I go super crazy with them. I buy these ones. They're a pack of 4,200 or like $11 on Amazon. They're not the most sustainable way to annotate, I know, but they do really enhance my reading experience. This is my second pack of these. I got some for Christmas. I went through them like crazy, and yeah, that's that on that, I guess. Number 2 is, do you match flags to the book cover, or do you have a set flagging system? Book cover all the freaking way. These ones only have 7, so I match them to the book covers as much as I can. Do I have an example? Okay, so, oh, this is actually a perfect example. Oh my god, look at this bookmark. The freaking tassel is not doing well. So this is A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I started out with just pink and yellow, and then I was like, okay, I have more to annotate, like more categories. So I was like, what's the closest? So I chose purple, and then usually if there are like disturbing parts or parts that are problematic or just things that I don't like or are gross in like horror books or anything, I pick the color that clashes the most, in my opinion. I could have done green, but in this case I did orange. I'm very much a color coordinated type of person. I'm very visual. I have a full shelf of just my blue books. This shelf is all my red and black books. They all used to be color coordinated, but then I got too many books for my amount of shelves, but I'll get my shit together again eventually. But yeah, I definitely don't have a set flagging system. I usually keep track of like good writing slash quotes, again, like the disturbing, gross, problematic parts, sometimes plot if it's like kind of confusing, like this for me. Yeah, it just depends on the book. Facts, obviously, if I'm reading like nonfiction, I'd tab that. And obviously if it's like a red book, there's no red on this, so I would use like pink or just say fuck it and do whatever I'm feeling. Depends on the vibe of the book, is the bottom line. This video is gonna be so long, isn't it? Number 3, what is the first book you ever annotated? So this, I'm not gonna count my like school books that I was like forced to annotate, you know? Also, in my opinion, annotating can include like just tabbing, just highlighting. Like, I don't have to actually like write stuff, in my opinion. I know Jessie disagrees. I know they define annotating as literally writing notes in the margins. So the first book that I ever annotated slash just tabbed before I was comfortable with writing or highlighting in books yet was The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. Also, can we take a moment for this disgusting alignment of these tabs? What the fuck? Also, this is before I switched to the thinner tabs. Like, these are so thick in my opinion. I don't know. But ever since the beginning, as you can see, maybe if it focuses, I guess you can kind of see from here, I've always matched the tabs to the book covers. I never had a set flagging system. This is the first book I annotated. Honestly, it was a 3-star for me. Oh, and then I like keep a sticky note in the front as like my key. So I had yellow as the funny parts, pink was good writing / thought-provoking, blue is descriptive / crucial to the story. Yeah, sometimes I mark sad parts, funny parts, like, again, depends on the book. Number 4, have you ever been against annotating books? Yes. I was never against annotating books like for school if I was required to and if it would help me for exams and quizzes and stuff, but in terms of books that I purchased myself for leisurely reading, yes, I was not comfortable with writing in books, like in pen, until this year. I still don't write in all my books. I've always been fine with tabbing. Highlighting came before writing for me. There's just something so liberating about it. I saw this thing like sometime last year on Instagram that said like, treat your books like they're notebooks. And it just like hit me, like, why am I trying to preserve, unless it's like a very expensive or whatever special edition, in my head I'm like, why am I preserving this pristine condition? Like, for what, you know? Jessie made a really good point in their annotating book tag. Not that I want kids, but like people who find your books in the future after you're gone can still see your thoughts and like you kind of just like live on through your annotations, and that's just like such a cool concept to me. I would give my books to my significant other and they could just like, I'd still be there. They'd read my favorite books, they'd read all my thoughts, it'd be a good time. Number 5, did you ease into annotating your books or did you jump right in? I eased into it. I feel like from what I've already said, I think that's considered easing into it. Moving on. Number 6, do you keep an unannotated version of your annotated books? Rarely. Rarely. The only one I could think of for that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I have the Book of the Month edition up there. So I have the Book of the Month edition that I tabbed. I bought specific metallic tabs for this book. So they're like the silver and gold metallic tabs. I bought it specifically for this book in anticipation of this release. I keep this one annotated. When I reread this, I'm gonna write in this one and highlight. I was too scared because this was like, I don't know, just after a handful of books that I've annotated. And then I keep this special edition Illumicrate one. This was from Xavier. He got it for me for hitting 1K, I believe. I think so, maybe 500, I don't remember. But for like some sort of milestone on YouTube, and it has black sprayed edges. When I reread this at some point, I might read this edition, but I definitely won't be tainting it in any way. I won't, you know, tab it. I won't write in it for sure. Highlight, nothing. This is staying as is. He paid way too much money for me to fuck around with this one. But yeah, that's the only example I could think of for that question. Number 7, has anyone ever annotated a book for you? Yeah, funny you ask, Jessie. No, because Jessie said that this question was actually inspired by yours truly, because they just annotated Malibu Rising for me because they know Taylor Jenkins Reid is my favorite author of all time. Spoiler alert, Jessie hated this book, so their annotations are extra funny. I just started this the other day. I'm on page 22 and I have already cracked up several times. I annotated a book for them too. Odd Spirits by S.T. Gibson. Just such a sweet gesture. Like, they offered to do this and I was like, duh, of course I'd love that. It's just cool to like have them kind of read it with you, but you know, not at the same time. You know? Does that make sense? Probably not, but I think y'all get the gist. Next question is, do you mind used books with annotations already in them? Unless they're annotated by a friend or someone I know, someone I love. Yeah, I don't. I always, when I buy used books all the time. I go to Half Price Books all the time. I used to go to this used bookstore that was on my college campus all the freaking time too. And I would always flip through first to make sure that there weren't any or a lot of writing. And if there were, I could erase it, like if it were in pencil. Obviously, why the fuck did I specify that? I like to buy my books in clean condition and then I will annotate in them. Yeah, like I don't need a stranger's thoughts. Like, I don't really care. A lot of the times they're not even like insightful, at least from what I've seen personally. I totally could see like why people would be into that. Like, it's cool if there were actually like thought-provoking annotations and then you could see like kind of who read this book before you or owned this book before you type thing. But yeah, for the most part, or like 99% of the time, no. Yes, I do mind. Whoa, okay, number 9, have you ever gotten hate or horrified stares for writing in your books? No, I don't think so. I think I've given them, maybe not writing, but like when Naomi from Naomi's Library came to visit me, she was reading a graphic novel from the library and she dog-eared the shit out of it, like from corner to corner. And I was like, that is so excessive. Like, I do it if it's honestly, if it's any book, even if it's my book, and I seriously don't have a single scrap of paper anywhere, a napkin, a pen, anything to mark my page, I do a tiny little corner of a dog ear, but otherwise. But yeah, no, I have not gotten any horrified stares, I don't think. At least none that I've seen. At least not to my face, you know? Number 10, what do you annotate your books with? Usually a black gel pen would be what I would write with, but like, not like those ones that bleed through, you know? It's a specific type of pen. I don't even know what brand it is, but it's a specific one that I get from Walmart. And they're like kind of cheap, but like they work really well. And they last a pretty long time. And then I use these highlighters, either these Bic thin ones, or I have some of those like Sharpie thick ones, but I prefer the thinner ones. And then, like I said, I use these tabs. Next question, have you ever regretted annotating a book? I don't think so. Yeah, because I have like a stack of my books to unhaul right here. Some of them have annotations, and I know like if I try to sell them, the value would go down, or I would have to price them down or whatever. So yeah, I guess I have regretted it, but like not at the time, you know? It would be like afterwards. It wouldn't be like, damn, I'm halfway through this and I'm not liking it, but I've already highlighted. Like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but afterwards I'm gonna be like, shit. But it's usually like months or so afterward when I'm doing an unhaul, you know? Number 12, why do you annotate? Like I said, it enhances my reading experience. It makes me more engaged with the text. It's just satisfying to have them all like aligned, you know, all the tabs aligned. It's nice to look back on when I wanna maybe possibly reread those books, or when I'm flipping through and it's like, oh shit, I remember thinking this about this line, or damn, I was really going through it and this was really relatable to me type shit, you know? Annotating is just such a blessing, especially because I'm so bad at retaining information in books. That's another thing, like especially in fantasy. Sometimes I don't remember plot points, and then if I'm marking plots, which I usually am for fantasy, I can look back on things and refresh my memory, I guess. Number 13, when underlining, do you use a ruler? No. And I don't underline either, because while I did underline for the book I annotated for Jessie, I've underlined a couple times before just to try it out and I didn't like it. Definitely never used a ruler. That's just too much work for me. That's just too extra. I already have so much going on when I read with annotations, and too many like moving parts that like underlining would just be too much of a hassle for me. I prefer highlighting. And the last question, do you annotate each book that you read? Every book that I own? Yes. Obviously I don't annotate library books, and I read a good chunk of library books every month. I do work at a library, if you didn't know, so yeah. But ever since I started annotating, I do annotate every book that I own, unless it has like glossy pages, you know, like if it's a nonfiction book that's like a coffee table book or something like that, I'm not gonna annotate that. So graphic novels I don't annotate, not that I own any. There are very few books that I don't care about enough to annotate that I own. Like if I spent money on it, for the most part, I'd want to annotate it. Take a shot every time I said annotate. That is all. Those are all the questions. It felt so good to film again. Hopefully I can get this up very soon. Thank you all for sticking around even after my little breaks and inconsistencies. It means a lot. And I hit 1,500 subscribers today, and that's crazy to me because I was looking at where I started at the beginning of the year. And once I started posting consistently and meeting everyone and connecting with you all, it's crazy. It's crazy! So all my social media and book club stuff is all linked down below. As always, for this video, if you made it all the way through, let's comment. Let's do the, why is this so hard for me? Let's do the butterfly emoji, because it's very inspiring and like growth, you know? Because to me, butterflies represent progress, and this is progress. This is me trying. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe and stay positive always, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.